Marissa, thank you. New tonight at 11, protesters rallied in South Eugene outside the city manager's house, demanding that she do something to help the homeless population. And KEZI 9 News reporter Connor McCarthy was with the protesters tonight before he went out there to that accident and shares with us their demands.
A coffin dressed in flowers and candles sits outside of city manager Sarah Mederi's house, a symbol for the lives lost in the homeless community just this year.
We want the people in power in the city to be taking their roles seriously.
Erin, a community member who works with Stop the Death on the Street, says a year of going to public hearings, writing letters, calling city councilors just isn't enough anymore.
We've seen small changes, but considering the crisis that we are facing in terms of housing and dangerous conditions of people living outside and death on the streets, the changes have been minimal.
The group says 26 people have died this year on the streets in Eugene, a number gathered from different social services.
Their decisions and that their priorities and that the way that they move resources and the speed that they move resources impacts whether people live or die.
A line of cars wrapped around the streets in South Eugene, honking horns and grabbing the attention of neighbors.
I don't feel like it's appropriate to come through a neighborhood in the middle of the night with horns blaring and honking and, scaring and terrifying families and children.
Ray says she respects the right to protest, but she doesn't agree with it coming to her street with family and kids.
I think that there's an appropriate time and place for protests, and that needs to occur at the city manager's office and not in neighborhoods in the middle of the night, because it's very disruptive, and I think that approach actually undermines the message.
Stop Death on the Streets left 5 demands at the coffin. Those include decriminalizing homelessness, create emergency shelter options, and create transitional housing.
In our demands, it asks for public parks to be open, public-owned fields, parking lots, stadiums, and other areas where people can live.
Erin says now is even more important to help the unhoused because winter is coming.